Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. Preliminary matter. You know, all politics is local. At least that's what they tell me. And I can see that. All politics are local. So with that thought in mind, who would want me to politically be quiet? Politically. Is it, I don't understand. I don't understand those who will stand on the side of what? Is it the conservatives within Harris County? Is it the liberals within Harris County? Is it the Republicans? Is it the Democrats? Who would want this silence? Who would want this silence? Have I told a lie? Have I told a lie? The short answer is no. This is what you do all the time. You do things and then you don't want it seen. You don't want to own it. So you start to do some kind of psychological obfuscation to get away from it, while with no backup in you. I'm still going to do it. I don't care who it hurts. I'm going to do it anyway. But how dare you point out what I'm doing? I mean, do you need that type of a damn comfort zone? Well, I'm sorry. You must pardon me, but I've already invaded pretty much everybody's comfort zone. I'm all up in everybody's comfort zone. Mine been invaded a long time too. But this is what you require now? That we respect your comfort zone. As you're doing it, as people are being caused suffering and misery at your hands, be quiet about it. You a real piece of work. A real piece of work. I'm going to spit it like it is. It's just the truth. And why would that bother you anyway? I keep asking that. Why would that bother you? How many poor people do you think there is within the confines of Harris County? It's not, I guarantee you, there is not enough of them to raise up and overtake the House. Those who have homes and trucks and cars and in all likelihood guns. Okay? So that's not going to happen. Who do you hide this shit from? Who? Everyone is just like you. Make that a damn assumption. There's no need to hide anything. In fact, I would say outright that we are about to cast these people into the streets because we have failed them. We have dropped our end of the damn ball, and now they have nowhere to go, but the show must go on, even if it hurts them. If that's who you are, that's who you are. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. End of discussion. You should not bow down or back down from your position by no means. But by that same token, you have to take the blows. You have to take the blows. Your problem is you are spoiled. You're spoiled. The whole of society is spoiled because you don't have to deal with, let's go right at it. You don't have to deal with black masculinity. You most definitely don't have to deal with black masculinity that's angry at all the harm that's already been caused, both to him and what is his family, his woman, his dog, his children. You have violated all of that. Now, after 415 years or so, to give or take, you demand this same existence of you both your existence and his. You want to absorb him. You're weird. You're weird. Let's get Pastor past the damn preliminary and right into what I want to say. You're weird. You have not noticed that political discourse in this country is completely devoid of black issues? Devoid. Devoid. As if black people don't have any issues at all. As if we're just like you. Whatever your issues are, our issues are. At least so. Well, anyway, at least so it was seen. I mean, it is a. I mean, are you tone deaf? You don't see these things. You don't see these things. You don't see the fact that anything that you could blame the black Americans for and whatever that damn term means in your head, is a creation of you. I mean, I mean, you know what? I'm going to ship you a damn copy of the indictment, which I'm still working on. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. Because we're going to have to remind you or refresh you or the progenitors' memory here. You own them. You control them. I mean, lock, stock, and barrel. And then you somehow blame them for what they do or say or have become. Sir, this I can see now that you don't know much about law or legal theory. Let's start from this position right here. I don't mean to asperse you, but let's start from this position right here. This is not meant to insult you or to cause you shame or embarrassment, which they tell me that you don't even feel. Now, that's what they say. I have no personal knowledge of any such situation. But that's what they're saying, that you don't feel a damn thing. Wow. Let me pause a second, man. Let me just pause a second. Sir, we walked in and we caught you with the nigger in your hands. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Right after you beat him, had the rope on. Sir, we just caught you. This shit is biblical. You think that we really give a rat's ass about what you feel politically about reparations? Oh, we don't. I told you from the start that we're not asking you. No one's asking you. Have we ever shown you any other position that would lead you to believe that we're asking you? We've never asked you. In fact, we've never asked any man anything. Ever. Ever. Jeez. Jeez. Anyway, political discourse in this country, and because you can control the narrative, decide who is heard and who isn't, then you, I mean, do you believe your own lies? I mean, I just had an epiphany. Do you believe your own schemes? Do you really believe your own plots? I mean, are you calling them something else outside of lies? Maybe necessities. Maybe necessities. Anyway, man, you're weird. You're weird. And you talk largely to each other. You do recognize that black people, I mean, even on social media, generally don't have too much to say about anything happening within conservative politics. You do understand why, right? It's because we're fair. That's why. Let me tell you how we think. You didn't spend 60 years, 65 years, 68 years gaining and maintaining the black vote. Okay? The Democrats did. Now, the Democrats have just said, damn, this son of a bitch is coming right after us next. Not really. Not really. That's just a fact. Okay? That is a fact. They have never promised black people anything. Democrats did and didn't deliver. Didn't deliver. What I'm trying to say is we have no real beef with MAGA or white conservatism that's turning into some kind of strange ass nationalism. Are you guys becoming a little bit cultish? I mean, cultish as in cult of personality without any real stamina, actually. Will you just burn out again and flame out? And what is it? What is it that you're out? I mean, man, you really seek to control the country. You don't, trust me, you don't want the responsibility. I know what's coming. You don't want to be anywhere responsible for what's going on inside this country. Because I promise you, you will be held 100% responsible, not like in your world. Not like in your world. You know how you can waltz your ass into court with blood all over you and the body. And the judge says, I mean, the judge actually asked you this shit. You still, how do you plead? And, and you look up at him and you give his ass a stare and you say, not guilty, Your Honor. Well, I be damned. The blood is on his hand. The body's at his goddamn feet. The gun is still smoking. And I don't know how the cops got all this here in here before me. Who brought this body in? Tell him he's fired. I mean, this is ridiculous. Sir, do you say no contest, maybe? No, sir. I said I shall be pleading not guilty. Well, we gotta respect it. Take him away. He shall not be getting bond, though. This is, maybe we should, you know, give him some type of a habeas warrant. Make sure we hold his ass. He goes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Month after month, week after week, until we get to trial. Not guilty. Fire the police officer who brought the body in. It was, tell him that did the trick. That did the trick, but his ass is fired. His ass is straight fired. You fire somebody. But at any rate, this is your attitude. Like you're just not gonna do something. Sir, we're not having that damn test of will. We aren't. We don't ask you. We simply don't ask you. We go by what is written and what is spoken. And you want to use politics. We're not interested in your. Let me calm myself down. I almost used a word in profanity. And I'm trying not to do this tonight, because I'm trying to reach a greater a greater level of sensibilities here. I ain't trying to make you mad. I'm trying to say, I mean, what exactly are you doing here? You're starting not to make sense. Are you lining your asses up to fight God or not? I'm going by what is written. Now, unless you're gonna, stand against what is written in God's word, then you have to understand something. God's word is alive. God's word is in everything, whether it's solid, whether it's alive, and all of your inanimate objects. God is inside everything, sir. There's so much that you need to learn on an intelligence level before you choose this position that you're in. And while you're at it, will you be going against God for nationalistic tendencies? Will it be one for nation state, or one of faith, or one of conquest, maybe, or one of the maintenance of power? Exactly from what position shall you be facing us on? And there is a us, there was never an I. With me, there is no I. People anyway, I'm about to start drifting again. There is no I, there is we. I am source, I am seven. No I. No I. So that already evens the things up a little bit. Okay? You ain't facing one. You shall be facing seven. Okay? But anyway, I'm hoping that this ain't what you lining up to do. But in the meantime, realize that your conversation as it pertains to black people is really, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's based on a self-created narrative of perception, and it's quite myopic. It is intellectually dishonest, and quite honestly, it's also politically dishonest. Again, it is devoid of any political discourse as it pertains to the black issue at all. Now, you had your opportunity back in the 65, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. There was a senator about, man, I am on fire. Brain stop. My brain is just pulling the encyclopedias and patting the pages right off the shelf. Here. You one hell of a secretary. Shit. Whew. One hell of a secretary. I done went all the way back to Patrick Moynihan in 1967, or was it 68? Somewhere up in there, when he warned you, it had to be before the Vietnam War or shortly thereafter. At any rate, it came up then. And what did Mr. Moynihan say? The representatives from, I think, Hawaii, maybe? I could be wrong. Hawaii or Montana? I'm leaning towards Hawaii. Montana just doesn't say Moynihan like it should. But at any rate, what did he say then? To the whole of the country and the whole of the world in terms of their representatives and their House members, and that the deliberative body, the world's most deliberative body, the U.S. Senate. What did he say? He said, nation, residents, citizens, honorable House members, honorable senators, we have created a system that has two nations, one black, one white, and both are unequal. Now that's what the man said. This was in 1967. But what happened then? What was your excuse then for not dealing with the situation? Huh? 38 years later, here we go. 39 years later, here we go. And now you have no choice but to deal with it. But what was the excuse then? It got pushed to the back burner, and you went to talking about the Vietnam War and getting involved in it deeply, with the killing Vietnamese everywhere, even dropping firebombs on them. I seen you do it. That is a very inhumane device, by the way. No one should have fire dropped on them. I'm very against spraying people with fire. If you're going to spray people for death, stick to bullets and bombs. Fire, that shit there is just crucial. That is crucial. Anyway, man. What I'm trying to say is, a lot of the things you think you have a choice in, you absolutely don't. You absolutely don't. You simply don't. This shit's over. And as you try to set yourself up for God knows how, who's gonna rule and who's gonna run the country, now I mean you are becoming so cultish, not as in cultish, not as in evil cult, but cult of personality. Cult of personality. Are you getting it? Everything have to have a leader. You must solidify your flesh and bone around other flesh and bone with like minds, cracking the country wide the fuck open. And that's fine. It works for us. We don't really care. We really don't care. And I would advise black people, don't you care either. Sit back and watch the damn show. Sit back and watch the show. So far, we have the two men down. One of them is still crawling across the floor, and the other lacks the will, shall we say? He lacks the oomph to finish the job. Ain't this something? Ain't this something? He doesn't have the oomph to finish him. And he screams, "Sire, I just can't do it." Wow. But anyway, when it comes to reparations, once again, why do you think that you don't owe them? Just watching right wing's social media would drive most black people mad. I mean, if you don't say shit that's constantly driving policy, you're saying shit that's getting them killed. Even when you have to make it up. Like with AI, they just had a whole 3 or 4 minute video of a black woman complaining about EBT. I mean, you whatever is ailing you, it really is ailing you. But sir, that's all besides the point. Here's what you need to understand about what's going on here. You have been caught in possession of a man. The definition of this word possession is in control, in maintenance. You get it. Now, what I was saying lastly about this whole situation and the legal argument against you is one of assets versus liability. Are you getting it? You can't have assets and not be held liable or responsible for the actions of the asset. Assets fail, you lose. You lose, and you are responsible. Why? Because the asset belongs to you. To you. Okay? This is more than just something out of one's mind. This is legal theory. Assets, liability. You can't have one without the other. Plain and simple. So, whatever they do, whatever they have become up until now, sir, that's on you. That's on you. And this is what you will be charged with. When I write the indictment, and I'm going to write it, I'll be the one writing the indictment. Trust me. I mean, I'll be reading it all 45 minutes. At least 45 minutes. Easy. Easy. I mean, we are talking about incident after incident after. Whew. I'm running up my blood pressure. At 22, what is it, 22 minutes? Damn, it's already up at least a freaking percentage point. Let me take pause 30 seconds and have a drink. You scare me, though. You scare me. You starting to look like you just need help. Or sometimes it even looks like you are making a cry for help. Is this a cry for help? Shit that you just can't get out of? I mean, it doesn't really affect black people because we're done with you. That's the part that you're not getting. They are done with you. I think I speak for a lot. And I think that this holiday season is going to reflect that. I think a lot of folks is not going to make a lot of money. Okay, but anyway, again, that's neither here or there. What do you think that you are actually dealing with? I mean, at least study the Bible and know thy enemy, if that's what we are. Know thy enemy, okay? And this is an enemy that has never lost. And I can tell you now, he brought all of heaven, it seems like. I keep saying, why did he bring everybody? And all I can think is because he aims to do this slowly and he wants witnesses. He gonna do this slowly, step by step, like he's giving a damn master class to the angels themselves. Like as if he's giving a master class. This is how you do it. This is how you do when they won't act right. When they have set themselves up with no other way out but war. Even though you try to avoid it, even though you try to say, please, don't make this a zero-sum game. This doesn't have to be necessarily a game of winners or losers, zero sum, and they did it anyway. But this is their history. This is their history anyway. They choose this here, they choose this all the time, but it's because that they can win. They look at the military of the other, and they look at the military of themselves, and they count up the other, and then they count up themselves, and if it looks like they they're gonna come out on the winning end, they're going to war. If you thought it was any more complicated than that, then you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. It's not that they're better fighters or they have superior weapons. They don't have too many ground assaults. And the last time that they were forced into having them, i.e., Iraq and Iran, they were calling in air fucking assaults every chance they got. Not like they grandpappy them. Grandpappy them had to understand boots on the ground and we got to take that house. Period. We're going to have to grunt it out, growl it out, shoot it out, grind it out, not call in airstrikes. And then we got to come home heroes. Get the hell out of here. We seen that footage. You, all of you were hiding behind the rocks as an airplane passed over and dropped a bomb that you called in a fair fight. A fair fight. That it don't get any more fairer than that. You came to come get me. Now you call in an airstrike? What the hell, man? I quit. I'm a soldier. This is not soldiering at all. This is not soldiering. Anyway, under what pretense do you not owe reparations? Which, if you're looking at it the wrong way, it is a debt. So therefore, I use the word owe. You and your population seem to believe that it is giving black people something. May I remind you, sir, whose land that you actually stand on? May I remind you? Who are the indigenous? Look at your own records, sir. Who are the indigenous? Who are the black people for real? Who was on the trail of tears? Who done all this suffering? And you enslaved them. Goodness gracious, black folks, y'all strong. You supposed to be dead. The shit you'd have been through would have killed almost any other culture on earth. I mean, just the sheer weight of it. Give yourselves a pat on the back, cause you are not alive. Because his ass was trying not to kill you. You worse than cockroaches around here. I mean, what haven't they done? What ain't they done to kill your black ass? They ain't done everything. Even the cockroaches is blushing. They've been around 1,000,000 years. Sprayed, gassed, burned, waxed, poisoned, and the cockroach is still here. Still here. And when the cockroach think about you, he can't help but to blush. He can't help but to blush. They tried everything along the same lines as a goddamn cockroach. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. But they would hide behind things like, I'm white, when knowing damn well that, no, I'm talking to you. Why God I have to be drug into it? Why? Tell me why do your friend have to all of a sudden have something to do with our conversation, with our issue? No, that's not how it's going to go this time. You're going to stand by your damn self. I promise you, it will be you who say no. It will be you who will lead your countrymen against God himself. It will be you, and we're going to make you own it. We're going to make you own it. Not only you own it, but the population own it that votes to put your ass down. Oh, by the way, congratulations, 119th Congress. Almost forgot. Congratulations, 119 in Congress. At least for the next couple of years, huh? Huh? At least for the next couple of years. Congratulations. So where are we going with this? Congress? Senators? Where are we going with this? I won't be calling you by name, but can you imagine me doing you this way by name? You're going to have to put forth an argument. Damn what you're saying. You want black people to put forth an argument as to why reparations are owed. Black people stop saying needed. That's the wrong type of language. This is business. We don't need a damn thing. What we want is what is owed. We don't need anything. Okay? Understand that there is a difference. It is what is owed. The need is secondary. It's owed by even your own law. And you want us to accept the fact that on a political level, it can be done, which translates to if I do the right thing, I may lose my job. So, because you don't want to lose your job, a whole population must suffer and remain politically marginalized and economically stagnant. Is that what you? I mean, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? To protect your interests, an entire population must be politically marginalized and economically stagnant. You see why God chose me? I go hard in the paint, don't I? Can you see me as the prosecutor? You in trouble. I'm gonna bring in boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence. I'm talking about on two-wheel dollies, some of them four-wheel. We are talking about 3,000 pounds of documents here, sir. 3 to 4,000 pounds of documents, plus the TV screen, plus the video, plus the, plus the fingerprints, plus the dispatch records. I mean, we got everything. This is not the time for you to do this, and it's not the time for you to try to plead not guilty either. It's not. May I reiterate, sir, we're not asking you. We're simply not asking you. If you're saying that, and you're not saying much of anything, which makes you more like cowards. You won't even, at this point, put forth a freaking position. It's your, quite frankly, it's your responsibility to put forth a viable argument as to why you don't want to do it. Put forth a honest, viable argument, which you have not. We have heard your arguments, none of them viable. It all came down to politics. That's not viable. That's not a viable argument. We don't care about your politics. We are not involved in your politics. We are not involved in your discussions. We have no seat at the table. We have no voice. So therefore, we can't possibly rely on or be involved in your political discourse or your discourse. Okay? So let's just stop playing these games. You're not dealing with what you used to dealing with. And by the way, what is black? You do understand what's really going on here, right? Because I'm gonna wrap this up fast. You do understand what's what's really happening here, right? You're witnessing a what's the word I'm looking for? A usurpation of power from the black community that once had power back into the hands of the Lord and his people. That's what's going on. So you can keep talking to them as if they represent the black masses, as if we both know and they know that they don't. You're only you will only exacerbate a already effed up situation. It's not going to get any better. I promise you. It's only going to get worse as we turn the heat up. Turn it up. Okay? That's going to happen bit by bit by bit by bit. And at that point, I have to hope that the angels are just hoping that they turn it up and turn it up and turn it up until you do something stupid. Until you do something stupid in response, knowing that it is God and you can't fight God. So what you gonna do? Hit me? I ain't gonna die. Uh, anyway, here's the point. The point is there's nothing that can be done outside of what is already written, what's already spoken. And the rest of you that's quickly sinking into some kind of cult of personality and some kind of weird mix of evangelicalism and white nationalism. I mean, would you do us a favor? Try to leave us out of it. I mean, I'm not saying don't talk about black people. I mean, sometimes I like to listen to you. I sneak and do it though. I mean, I don't want to just inflame the population. There's no need for that. Because some of the shit that you be saying is downright funny. And you can tell that you've had no real contact with no real black people. You have you have contact with those that you have created to receive you as white people, if you know what I mean. God, man, you sent the right man. Look at me go. You are anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go. But reparations will be. And you owe somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 trillion. And on a purely legal level, this number should be tolling. Okay? This number should be tolling. Damages should be tolling. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1.